Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And we're just a married couple in love that loves reacting to the Clone Wars.
We do, and boy, is it getting intense.
Yeah, it is. And so, Season 3, Episode 17, Ghost of Mortis. Anakin is caught in between the light and dark sides. So, we're continuing on with this. And,
Story of his life.
Yeah.
Until it goes too far.
Yep. Here we go. He who seeks to control fate shall never find peace.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Reminds me of Buddhism. You hang on too tightly, and that's the key to unhappiness.
The sun is consumed by the dark side.
And if we stay, we may be used to the dark side's advantage.
Well,
Let's try the bad news, laced with a little optimism.
a busted power converter, and the backup vents need charging.
Sounds terribly downbeat. Can it be fixed?
I can reroute the primary initiator, weld the dampening vents. After that, I have no guarantees she'll hold together.
Better than staying here. Where are you going?
To see the Father. I'm not convinced that the Son will be contained here without our help. Perhaps we should make a stand. If I don't get the Father's blessing to leave, it'll haunt me forever.
I have a feeling you're not going to get it.
And I'll be haunted by it forever?
Yep. And that shame will lead to fear, will lead to anger, will lead to hate, will lead to the dark side.
Forgive me, daughter. I am an old fool, believed he could control the future. Now, you are gone, and all is lost. Sleep well, my child. You should have left by now. He will seek your ship to escape our isolation and sow terror through the universe. And while you are here, he will use you to do it.
What will you do?
It is my actions that have unleashed danger on the universe. I must kill him.
But he's too powerful.
Okay.
The Force will decide.
I can help you.
The choice is no longer yours to make. Both our destinies are clouded. This place is strong with the Force. Darkness has no hold here. Go, ask, and you will know what to do.
You have grown strong and powerful.
Master.
Do you believe you are the chosen one? I believe you will bring balance to the Force.
And this creature of the dark side, do I leave or do I stay and kill him?
Neither. Look deeper. You will find another way.
I don't understand.
Bring the light back.
You must go there.
And destroy the sun.
Remember your training, Anakin. Trust your instincts.
Master!
Might I suggest less sleeping and a little more work? We need to change plans. You must focus on the firing drives. Disengage them. Where's Anakin?
He came to me for guidance, but at the crossroad, only he can choose. The Force will be his guide now.
What have you done?
I am merely letting the will of the Force take shape.
Where has he gone?
To the well of the dark side.
Now that is an ominous place.
I believe there has been a misunderstanding.
You murdered your sister. The Force is out of balance. I have to stop you.
Must you?
No, Anakin, that's not the way.
You cannot interfere.
If we were not supposed to interfere, Ahsoka and I wouldn't be here in the first place.
There you go.
Look after the ship. I'm going to find Anakin.
Well done, Obi-Wan.
No, you have not made the Father happy.
There is no use for such crude implements here. I have a gift for you. What if I can show you the future?
I can see the future.
No. No.
Know yourself. Know what you will become.
Oh, he's going to show him Darth Vader.
I will not look.
The Force is strong.
You were my brother, Anakin!
I hate you! No!
Awesome!
I will do such terrible things.
Yes, but it doesn't have to be that way. The choice is still yours to make.
How?
The future can be changed. Join me.
Then we shall end war, corruption, and suffering throughout the galaxy.
Oh, no.
Will we bring peace?
Of course.
Oh, Anakin, you can't fall for this. Come on.
I repeat, we are stranded and need immediate evac. Come in, please.
Anakin, are you all right?
There has been a change of plan. You will not understand what I have to do to end the Clone War. You will try to stop me.
Empire theme underscore.
Anakin! Why?
I'm sorry. I have seen that it is the Jedi who will stand in the way of peace.
He's mine now.
Anakin has joined with the Sun. You have to disable the ship.
But I just finished putting it back.
We have to prevent Anakin and the Sun from leaving.
Yes, Master.
Oh, this is getting good.
Mm-hmm.
What have you done? Ahsoka!
Yep. She took your, like, starter fuse or whatever.
Nice job.
What took you so...
I did as you said. The shuttle's going nowhere without that.
That gives us some time to rescue Anakin.
I can't make contact with anybody.
My father still has hold over this realm.
If I know my old master, he too will try to stop us. Together, with your father, they could be a formidable opponent.
Stay here.
What did he show you?
I've seen what I become, and I cannot let that happen.
Your destiny can change just as quickly as the love in one's heart can fade.
But I will cause so much pain.
If there is to be balance, what you have seen must be forgotten.
He's gonna resurrect his sister on the dark side, though?
Jeez, leave her in peace. Bad enough you murdered her.
Mm-hmm.
You were the only one I truly loved.
It was all some kind of Greek tragedy.
Mm-hmm.
Where am I?
I have brought you back to my monastery.
What happened?
My son broke the laws of time and showed you what you should never have seen.
I don't remember.
I have erased that time. We shall never know.
Master!
Are you all right?
I think so. But we must stop the sun once and for all.
We have little time, and you'll get only one chance. You know what you must do.
My own personal send-off.
Do not leave, my son.
You have no power to keep me, old man. This planet is not my destiny.
What you will do will destroy all that is good. Restrain yourself and stay.
I cannot.
I love you, my son.
Do you?
You know that doesn't do anything to him.
You're going to kill me now.
He's gonna kill himself.
There is no going back.
No. What have you done?
You and I are tied together, and your strength runs through me. I take your power.
Please, don't die.
He stops you from doing a huge act of hate.
Mm-hmm.
There was good in you.
And so you have betrayed me, Father.
It is done.
And now I die. My heart broken. You have brought balance. Stay on this path, but beware your heart.
Guess you don't need to put him in a tomb.
That's pretty.
Destruction. Oh. Time to go. Will they remember any of it?
General Skywalker, come in. We were worried. You were off the scopes there for a moment.
We've been gone more than a moment, Rex.
Sir, I don't understand. You'll need to explain.
We're coming in now.
Wow. What'd you think?
Another really good episode. It was, of course, love the theme music with with Dark Anakin there. And they did a very good job because the journey of Anakin has always been one that is tortured.
Mm-hmm.
And you like him and then you hate him for what he does. And like, he kills younglings and I mean, all these horrible things. But this episode in particular did such a great job showing him as a victim of circumstances, a victim of being the chosen one, as sort of like a victim of these larger forces at play, and he's just sort of this pawn caught in the middle. Because for the brother to wield that power over him, to manipulate him so thoroughly, to show him what he could become, and then say, "Oh, it's okay. Like, come with me. We'll stop all the dark side." Dude, you are the dark side. You know, and to see how well it works on Anakin, who's not simple-minded, who's not weak-minded. I mean, he, you know, he's got this training. I've never thought he was singularly a horrible, evil person. But this was probably one of the first times that I really felt a deep sense of sympathy for him in a way that I hadn't felt it before with this episode. So they did a very good job enriching his story.
I'm just curious, like, he wanted to kill his father at first, and so if he killed his father, because it seemed like, you know, the father dying, like father gives him strength or whatever. But so I wonder if the sister had lived and just the father had died, would he still have the strength because like the sister was still there and he still had like the light and the dark to pull on? But like, because the father killed himself in order to make the son weaker, but like the son would have done that already if he just would have killed him. I wonder if the son knew that from the beginning when he went to go kill his father, if he knew that he was going to be losing some of his power or like a lot of his power.
Well, I'm not sure that it was the act of his father's death that did that.
Just the fact of sacrifice?
Yeah, because his son thrives on conflict. And in the father sacrificing himself, there was no inherent conflict. The son wanted him dead.
Okay.
And he's like, yep, job done. Boom. So there was no conflict there for the son to feed off of. And I think the moments where we saw the son's minuscule little amount of humanity that he had in him, it was in moments where there was not conflict. And so like the beast within him wasn't being fed. And so he had the ability to be a little bit of a person. I mean, that moment when he touches his sister's face and says, "So cold, and you were the one that I loved." I mean, that was just kind of like, oh, you know, like I said, it's the stuff of Greek tragedies, but that is, you would never have guessed that when he stabs her in the back. He's like, "Ha, my power," and like goes off on his own. You know, so those were moments that only kind of crept through in lack of conflict.
That's interesting, man. I think you're absolutely right about that. But I like what that has to say about, you know, choosing conflict and like avoiding conflict and how that can lead you to inner peace. And yeah, so I like that. That's good. So that answers my question about that.
I also think it was a huge act of love on the part of the father to take away his son's ability to do something so horrible and so hateful and so evil. We know his son would have.
Yeah.
He knows his son would have. And the only way to stop him from acting on and appealing to his own worst, awful, most evil instincts in nature was to literally take the knife out of his hand, was to literally take that away from him. So a huge act of love on his part, which I think also weakens evil. Like, you know, people talk about like how they want to fight against evil and like, yes, that is, yes, a knee-jerk instinctual reaction. But the reality is evil begets evil, violence begets violence. So the only antidote is love, is peace, is peaceful protest, non-resistance. Like those are the only things that can offset things that are so violent and aggressive and evil.
You know, I like this because it makes me think of, like, you know, if Anakin was thinking about this when the Emperor was killing Luke and Luke's shouting out to his father, and he thought about this moment about the father sacrificing himself for the son to take away his pain and to bring, help bring balance for the to the world. And so that's what he did against the Emperor. He's like, okay, this is what a father does for his son, and makes a sacrifice. And in that moment, like, I'd like to think that, he thought back at this time, because I like how this kind of whole story just mirrors Anakin's journey. And so I mean, these were fun episodes to dive into, take kind of like a little break from the war that's going on.
That was a great reference and a great way to plant the seed of that callback in the future. They also talked about control with the first quote, and I said at the time it made me think of Buddhism, because I remember and I think it was The Art of Happiness by the Dalai Lama. There's like a section where they talk about loss. And they say one of the reasons why loss is so difficult for us is because we don't accept loss. We hang on so tightly. And that thing that we hang on to, we kind of instill with this belief that it has to be there forever, because the loss of it will be an emptiness, which it is. Anybody who's ever lost a loved one is going to tell you that, you lose them and there is an emptiness. But what Buddhism talked about is the acceptance of that journey and that process, and the knowledge that the people who have come with us on our journey are never really gone from us. So like the loss of the body is not the loss of the soul, and sort of like the idea that we don't need to hang on so tightly to the tangible, because we can have the inner peace and the interconnectedness to sort of like the greater, to achieve maintaining that and not fully losing it. Yeah,
you don't lose the loss of the impact that they had on you, and you can keep that in your life and paying that forward. And also, I think you said this in another one of our videos, is that like it was a Ruby video. We were talking about the beauty of life, and I think it was League of Legends, the Kindred lore, and like how beauty is fleeting, and like and that's the beauty of life in and of itself, is that life is fleeting, and that is why it's beautiful, because there is an end to it, and that's what makes every moment so precious, and that's what makes life so so important, and because it's not always here, and you can't take it for granted. But enough of that sad dark talk. We gotta go back to our light side.
Balance.
You need balance. Let us know what you thought about this episode down below in the comments. Lots to talk about, lots to digest, so it's great. Thanks so much for checking out our reaction for season 3, episode 17 of the Clone Wars. But you keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.